Well, let's go to the movies. It's something so many of us are excited to say once again, after not being able to for over a year. If you're not feeling like leaving the house this weekend, The Harder They Fall is streaming on Netflix. WFMY News 2's photojournalist Manning Franks reviews the movie for you too.
You have no idea how much I wanted to wear a cowboy hat for this review in particular. It's not every day a stylish western moseys on into town ready to quick draw the competition. You can imagine my surprise when The Harder They Fall comes out on Netflix and it leaves me dead to rights.
I heard Rufus Buck was back.
This ain't no road to ask a friend to travel.
You think Destiny's coming to you?
My guns go back.
Outlaw Nat Love, played by Jonathan Majors, has been on a quest of revenge since he was a young boy after the brutal murder of his mother and father at the hands of the malicious Rufus Buck, played by Idris Elba. Now, years later, Buck gets out of prison, and Love must round up his gang to finally finish what he started years ago. However, Love isn't the only one with a posse. Buck is ready with his crew, and it's only a matter of time before a good old-fashioned shootout transpires. Drawing on a lot of classic Western elements but remaining distinctly stylized in its approach, The Harder They Fall teeters on this fine line between classic and modern sensibilities by leaning into the revisionist Western in its entirety. This film is not asking to be anything more than what you see on screen. It embraces its roots, while injecting a flash of excitement, especially that third act, pure, unadulterated fun. That said, this straightforward nature of this film could leave you wanting more, as its bare-bones script sometimes feels like it's going through the motions, almost being one note on occasion. Yet the heart of the film shines brightest when it lets its cast find their rhythm as an ensemble. Jonathan Majors, Regina King, Idris Elba, and more lead a star-studded cast that brings their all, even when the script cannot. In addition, by casting black stars in these roles about these real gunslingers, the film provides much-needed representation in a genre that has left people of color behind far too often. Sometimes a Friday night streaming with friends or family is all you need. And if you go into The Harder They Fall with the mentality, I'm going to have fun with this Western, I'd say you're in for a real treat, partner. I'm giving The Harder They Fall a News 2 approved. You can find it streaming on Netflix and a few select theaters.
Okay, you
Manning
have to
knows
like
so much
this.
more about all this stuff than we do, and then
Yeah.
like he does all these, the film analysis, and I'm just going, I like cowboy movies. I think I will like this one.
Well, I think you're going to have to like this. I mean, look at this cast.
Great
There's so
cast,
many
yeah.
great actors. I mean,
Idris is in it, so I'm sold.
and Regina King, she's amazing.
Yes,
Yep.
she is.
She's gorgeous and she's so talented.
So I asked Manning about this earlier, and I said, is this a true story? And he said the people in it actually lived. They were real people, but the story was fictitious, made up around those people. So it's interesting. There's a little bit of history in it as well.
It's so awesome that all these streaming services like Netflix are making all these series and all these movies that are just as good, if not better, than a lot of the movies that are coming out in theaters. So we really don't need to leave our homes to have a good time watching, some of the flicks that we like to see.
Yeah, I have a hard time because I love going to the theater. I just love the atmosphere of the
I do too.
popcorn and
Yeah.
everything, but it is much easier to stay at home and watch something.
And cheaper.
Oh yeah.
Because
Very
if you get a
cheap.
drink and a popcorn and
Oh,
a
yeah.
ticket, it's like $100
Right.
bucks by the time
Seriously,
you
though.
leave.
And that's just for the popcorn. They charge you so much. This is just an argument for me to get a 75 to 80 inch TV at the house, and I'll tell Leslie.
Yeah, I was going to say,
that's
just tell
why.
Leslie that. Yeah, see,
Yeah, that'll work, won't it?
see how that goes.
That will not work.